The new Clash Mini update has been out for a month, and now it's time for my 100% honest update review. And here's everything what I feel. And first, let's just talk about the core gameplay. And I'ma be honest, I wasn't a big fan of upgrading heroes when it dropped because I just found the heroes to be way weaker and lamer than they were earlier. But it was past me, but now I'm a big fan of it. I love how I can just completely change the playstyle of the battle by just upgrading my hero. It's just so cool. It creates some awesome outplay and skillful play potential, which I am obviously a big fan of. I love winning against my opponents by doing some crazy things like sacrificing my own witch to not feed both abilities and just connecting their fisherman with my skeleton king. I'm just a big fan of winning with the most unexpected ways possible, and so that's a big dub Clash Mini. But again, it comes with RNG of getting upgrades, which is bad sometimes, and that just gives me a sense of being unlucky instead of not being skillful enough. They did talk about in stage, and I can understand the lack of time and everything, so here take a pass Clash Mini. Even though it's not perfect, it's better 90% of the times, probably even higher, but whatever. Another thing which I like is the ability to move heroes once per battle, and that thing is so strategic and is such a cool addition. Again, I hate to repeat it, but it creates some crazy outplay potential, which again, I love it so much. Next, let's talk about some balance issues. Undead synergy is too strong with +2 damage on hero. That's literally auto kill button on their hero, and this is just illegal. Also, RNG mechanics on the goblins and rogues, they are bad. No one likes it, just get rid of it. For goblin synergy, either make it not random like every 3 hits you dodge your attack, or just make it something different like permanent movement speed buff to the team, or maybe something like you become untargetable for 0.5 seconds every 5 seconds, or something like that. For rogues, give them +2 damage to injured targets, and the second upgrade should give the last rogue standing a power buff like hit speed, movement speed, and a 2-second invincibility just to clutch up. Maybe it's broken, just balance it. I'm just shooting out numbers. And that basically sums up my thoughts on gameplay side of things. It's a solid 8.5, even a 9 out of 10 for me, which is great. Next, let's talk about progression. And yeah, no power progression. It was a lie. Unlocking new hero abilities takes you collector level, and that is power progression, and you can do it faster by paying. So is the game pay to win? Kinda, and here is my solution for it. The whole reason for the collector level thing was you want to educate players how to slowly learn new hero abilities, which is great. But I feel like after set 2 you are educated enough and you should be good enough to play with all 3 abilities and not get overwhelmed. That's what I feel. It's because by the time you reach set 3 or maybe even set 4, you at least have 15 days of game experience. That is sufficient for you to start learning things quicker, and so collector level lock on hero ability should stop after you reach set 3 or set 4. Next, let's talk about how upgrading minis and heroes feel. Sure, unlocking new cosmetics is cool and all, but are you refining your heroes for the cosmetics? The answer is of course no. The only reason for me to refine my minis is to get a new mini, which demotivates the fact of upgrading minis. Also, one thing which devs mentioned earlier was that they want to make every upgrade feel worth it. And by keeping a tier with no cosmetic rewards for every mini and hero doesn't sell to that point. And I have a feeling these blank spaces are just placeholders, and we will get something new here soon, which I hope ends up happening, because right now refining minis aren't exciting. It is just a chore in order to access the new content. Now it's time for the Mr. Elephant in the room, the Gacha system. I'ma be honest, I never liked Gacha system, and here are the 3 main flaws I see with the current system. Number 1, there are just too many toy machines. I have 3 toy machines for 3 sets of skins from the gold key, and then I have 2 toy machines for Clashmas skin and classic skins from the silver key, and then there are 2 more banners for the epic key for the hog rider skin and the battle machine, and these are just too many ways to spend my keys, and it's just confusing. The second problem is there are just too many keys, and it's just confusing and complicated, because I can have a lot of keys which I don't want and almost none of the keys which I actually want. The current system is like the old hero fragments which we had earlier. Similarly, a person will have too many silver keys with no real way of spending them, while no gold and epic keys, which they needed the most. Also, if you go to the shop, you can see how the cost of a gold key is twice as that of a silver key, while an epic key costs 6 times that of a silver key. But is it really true? A gold key is only twice as rare as a silver key, or an epic key is only 6 times as rare as a silver key? The answer is no. Also, with the 3 key system, Supercell can easily inflate values of the offer by just adding silver keys to the bundle. Let's take an example. On the right side, you have 30 gold keys and 100 silver keys for $20, while the other offer has 80 gold keys. Then, which one is more worth it? Of course, the $80 keys. But according to the game economy, both should be priced the same. And this leads to inflation in the Clash Mini economy, which is obviously bad. What my suggestion would be to just make 2 keys, crystal keys and mini keys. Crystal keys will help you unlock all the possible skin from the skin machine. Skin machine will contain all unlockable minis, whether temporary or permanent, while the mini machine will allow you to unlock new troops, and as the mini is from a higher sets, the odds of unlocking the new mini decreases. This fixes both of the problems which I just mentioned. Now you have only 2 keys with totally different use, so there is no confusion in that. And then the number of toy machines went down from 7 down to 2, which is again a dub. The third problem I see with the gacha is that it just isn't that exciting. The animation is pretty dry. Also, because of how aggressively the pity value shows, it just undermines the fact that you can even unlock stuff without reaching the pity value. Next up, let's talk about unlocking new minis. The current system of unlocking minis is bad. It relies too much on RNG. Like I am at collector level 113 and I still don't have the magic archer unlocked, which is crazy. And there are even worse examples than that. Here is my idea. Hear me out. Instead of giving a new mini by chance, now all the keys from the collector level system is redistributed to the mini pass and other places. Just get them out of the system. And introduce mini road. The way mini road works is that if a set unlocks at, let's say, collector level 50, then by the time I reach collector level 50, I should unlock all the minis from the previous set. And hey, that was the initial design instead of the current RNG mess we have right now. And with every collector level you gain, you get a choice to unlock any of your favorite minis from that set, or the one you find good in general. And if the set has a hero, then until you haven't unlocked all the heroes from the set, you won't be able to unlock the new minis. This is because heroes usually influence strategy more than the minis. This system can be said to be really similar to the Star Road which we have in Brawl Stars. But yeah, that's the concept which I have. Now it's time for events. Events honestly are so good now. They give great rewards and also an epic key which is 15 days worth of progression, and so yeah, that's a big dub. The only thing which I would like to get changed about events is that the 1600 mark is a little too grindy. It should be lowered down to 1200, or just make every win give you 40 medals so that you can complete 1600 threshold with 40 straight wins. Other than that, you did a great job and I would just love to see more crazy concepts with the events. The new auto trigger emote system is cool and all, but I just miss yawning at my opponents. Yes, I was a menace to the society because I paid for that emote. It costed me 300 gems, by the way. Abdude made a really great suggestion to make animated emotes be manual emotes, and they can just add it to the gacha system as an A tier reward, while the skins are the S tier rewards. Next up, let's talk about the balance. I just want to highlight some key minis which are just too good and coincidentally are paywalled. You have the Chompy, Dark Prince, Sailor, Princess and the Shark Bait. See the trend? Yes, I sure can see the trend. And this was never their intention, but it just gives a sense of pay to win, which come on, no one likes it, of course. Rapid fire time, baby. Dioramas, good, gives me reason to log back in the game. Piggy gives me passive income. Only complain the final upgrade isn't that exciting, we need more from that. Battle log, great feature. Only suggestion from my end would be to increase the number of replays saved from 3 to 10. Trophy road, the new trophy road is good and gives me a reason to play more just for the skin and the avatar. Also, the new trophy gates which prevent you from tilting down a league is really good. Only complain make the skins have some effects because I am a person who is a big fan of effects. Clans, they are useless but spamming modes is fun. New remodels, one word, they are bad. Except a few like my boy Prince and IDK any other which are good. New boards, again all the new boards are so cool. And the new music, yeah, the new music is just a jam. Especially just listen to the stadium music and tell me it doesn't give you positive vibes. Complaints, Sandy and Frozen Peak map are just laggy, just fix that bug. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, this update is going to get a 7. Don't get me wrong, this update had so many great things, but equally bad things. And so yeah, that's my rating. Is the game getting closer to getting global? Yes, but how close in my opinion? We need 2 more updates, so yeah, 6 more months and then probably we are going to go global.